On today's edition of Cosmo Times,
It's April Fool's Day in our favorite Cosmo cities.
from an April Fool's Day parade in New York City to comedy sports theater in Los Angeles.
And a French-Chinese speaking comedian in Shanghai.
Welcome to our April Fool's Day episode of Cosmo Times.
April Fool's Day? Already?
What do you think?
What do you mean, what do I think? What does that mean?
What do you mean, what do you mean?
I mean, does it mean is April Fool's Day, or is this episode about April Fool's Day?
Really, Dash? You're really asking me that question?
Hey, it's a valid question.
Well, I'm gonna ignore that valid question of yours so we could go to this week's word on the street.
We find out what makes you laugh. What? Too much?
You know what's not funny? This winter, it's so cold. But what is funny to New Yorkers? I'm hitting the streets to find out.
The Big Bang Theory. There's a lot of people there, say sarcastic things, and this little punchline is really funny.
My boyfriend makes me laugh a lot with his joke. We don't really have the same kind of humor, but I like his jokes.
Friends. I think that's a funny show.
And who is your favorite character on there?
Joey.
And what about Joey makes you just like roll over on the floor laughing?
Because sometimes he's random with the things he says, and I don't know, I just think the way he comes across is funny.
I have a pretty simple sense of humor, like puns and, silly jokes, stuff like that.
I just say that real life makes me laugh. Walking down the street, you see the funniest things in New York.
Anything in particular? What have you seen today?
Oh, nothing comes to mind today, but just, riding the subway, some people just maybe are wearing the craziest outfits or just acting so silly and, just inappropriate. Just laugh.
Really corny jokes. Yeah.
All right, anything else? Any TV shows or comedians?
Oh yeah, Louis C.K. makes me laugh. Yeah.
And what about
Love that guy.
just really hits your funny bone?
I love that he is politically astute and he's very aware of the world around him. Yeah.
Positive attitudes,
Okay, and why is that?
because if everybody's that's happy seems to have a positive attitude, and that makes me smile.
There's no doubt about it, New Yorkers love to laugh. They laugh the most at TV shows and characters, as well as different comedians. Now, as for me, I think my dog's really funny. Anything that she does is just something to laugh at. Reporting from New York, I'm Christy Clement.
Each year, Melbourne's Town Hall plays host to the city's International Comedy Festival. It's held in about March or April. But what keeps people here laughing for the rest of the year? Let's go and find out.
Oh, anything makes me laugh. Really, I laugh at anything. So anything that, I don't know, anything that's funny. Sometimes I just laugh at some things that people say. Anything, I laugh at anything.
What about laughing at those moments when perhaps you shouldn't be laughing?
Oh yeah, you do that. Everyone does that.
Funny people. I don't know, movies, comedians. I don't know, there's humour in a lot of things. Yeah.
My very funny wife. She makes me laugh. When she's happy, it makes me laugh. It makes me sad when she's sad.
Ooh, my kids make me laugh quite a lot. Yeah.
My kids. Yeah, they're funny. They say funny things, they say silly things, unexpected things. Yeah.
And how old are they?
3 and 5.
Anything I find funny, I suppose. Sorry, but can't be more specific.
A lot of things. This question.
I like laughing at people's sense of sensibility.
Have you seen this on show today?
No, I have friends who enjoy that kind of humour.
Good sarcastic humour. I'm English, we get the sarcasm. So yeah, sarcastic humour.
So you probably feel right at home here in Australia.
I think the Aussies like to hear it but not get it. So yeah, they're not good at receiving it, but they like to see other people get it.
Life in general, just general situations that, you know, I think you can find humour in anything. You know, if you look around you and you watch people walking down the street, we're just funny. People are funny. So, humour's good.
So what makes people laugh here? Well, lots of things, from some sarcasm to watching what people do. And I love that a few people talk about seeing the humour in any situation in life. It's all about finding the funny.
Okay, so they say laughter is the best medicine. And with April Fool's Day coming just around the corner, we want to find out what makes you laugh. I'm sure we're going to get some funny answers. Let's go find out.
我比较喜欢的是那种网络自制剧嘛，就比如说万万没想到报告老板，然后看到王大锤那样子，还有一些演员他们的表演啊，就是呆呆样子会比较搞笑一点。
比如说看马戏啊，马戏团的那个小丑表演啊，这一类的，就是可能会让我发笑。
最近我比较喜欢一些暴走漫画的一些表情啊什么的，因为它里面有些东西就我觉得很接地气嘛，然后也比较大众一点，然后一些东西会蛮搞笑的。
和朋友发短信或者微信的时候，输入法有的时候会自己跳出来很奇怪的词，然后可能音同字不同，然后就会有很奇怪、很搞笑的效果。
比如说王宝强之类的，是吧？说话方式什么的，我就觉得挺有喜剧的感觉的。
教小孩的那些课堂上，然后那些小孩特别蠢萌，然后令人无法理解的那些动作和举止，他们所有的动作都很搞笑。
一些平常生活的记录，自己也会拍些 DV 嘛，然后会剪辑，然后上传到网上，然后经常这种集锦会比较多，然后在网上会看这种新闻的一些笑话会比较多，觉得蛮搞笑的。
我比较喜欢看脱口秀节目啊，我觉得这个幽默感，这个世界上就是通行的，我觉得没有国界的这个区别。我觉得
生活中不需要有太大的精彩，偶尔有一点点感觉到开心快乐的时候，你就应该把它笑起来，把整个压力或者说是不良的情绪发泄出来。
Okay, so some of the stuff that were mentioned were pretty hilarious, and many do see prank as a good way to get a good laugh. This is Christine for Shanghai Word on the Street. Hey, who's through this?
So it looks like comedians and internet TV series make people laugh the most.
Yes, laughing on a daily basis does have many health benefits.
And it builds up your immune system, and it relieves you from stress and pain. So, laugh with all your might.
Aren't you the Mr. Know-It-All all of a sudden?
I thought it was common knowledge.
Okay, Dash, you don't have to laugh after each sentence.
Oh, come on, Christine, I'm a happy chappy, and it's healthy.
No, really, you really don't have to laugh after each sentence.
Oh, come on, Christine, laugh with me. Where are you going? Come back here.
Want to find out more about today's episode?
Well, don't you move a muscle, because when we come back,
we will talk to the organizers of April Fool's Day Parade in New York City.
And then to LA for some different wordplay and acting games.
Cosmo time. Cosmo time.
Welcome back, everybody.
Okay, Dash, you really should stop this laughing fit.
What, you don't like laughing?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
So what, you have a problem with laughing?
No, that's not what I'm saying either.
Then I don't see why I should stop.
Ha 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 ha.
That just sounds fake, Christine. You really need to work on that.
You're impossible. Let's just go to this week's New York City search.
Let's check it out.
Are you looking to act like a fool this April Fool's Day? Well, turns out you'll have some company. We're checking out a parade that's taking over the city streets.
Telling a joke, pulling a prank, causing a ruckus. There's one day of the year that these acts are encouraged and celebrated, April Fool's Day. Today, I'm meeting with New York City's annual April Fool's Day Parade founder, Joey Skaggs, and the planning committee to learn more about the upcoming festivities.
So Joey, tell me about this year's parade. What are you expecting?
Well, we never know what to expect, and that's the beauty of the parade. It's a fun, silly day traditionally, but we take it further than that. We go for the biting Santa.
While it's not a national holiday, people around the world have been taking part in April Fool's festivities since the 19th century. In 1986, Joey held the first annual April Fool's Day parade to poke fun at past year's public displays of foolishness. 30 years later, people from around the city are still making the trek from 59th and 5th to Washington Square Park to honor the year's buffoons. But what makes a fool a fool?
We are riffing off the news, we're riffing off celebrities, politicians, people who invade our daytime and nighttime with their stories. And this is our chance to get back on them.
We all contribute ideas, and we read the paper, watch the news, and all the team makes selections. And we compile the selections during the course of the year.
The theme for this year's parade is Hands Up, Don't Shoot. Politicians, celebrities, current events, and even children's TV show characters can be fools, and the public is encouraged to dress up and join the fun. Every year, a King of Fools is crowned and is chosen based on the loudest cheers at Washington Square Park. While it's a funny holiday, the committee is attracting people year after year that are no joke to society.
I am a lawyer. I'm an intellectual property lawyer, and I know about the First Amendment, I know about satire, and I support it. I'm the reigning parade king, and I'll be crowning the next one.
I've been involved for a couple of years. Started off as just a big fan of the parade. Part of what draws me back to this is not just that it's fun in the present, but there's a historical context for the King of Fools, for the Fools Festival.
I'm sure you have unique stories that have been made throughout the years. You want to share any with me?
Exxon Valdez, we had the wreck of the Exxon Valdez, and we had black plastic going out of the ship, polluting the streets, all going down. And it was a powerful parade float. And I particularly like that because it had to do with pollution.
While the city streets are filled with fools, more fools than usual on April 1st, the parade is a true representation of New York City's diversity.
What makes the parade fantastic is what people do, people who are not part of this group, part of the structure, because they are more creative than we are, and they come up with the greatest, weirdest costumes.
But don't be deceived, the parade is more than something to laugh at. It's a way to get people thinking about current times through free speech.
Things that really take our breath away, that make us laugh the most, have something much deeper, much more important underneath. And I think the beautiful message that I would give is to dig a little bit deeper.
So we can take floats, creative ideas done by artists, and have a bigger message to them that reach people. So we're reaching people with satire, with art, with the floats, with the lookalikes, with the comments that they make.
I want them to feel happy and celebratory, but at the same time, appreciate the deeper meaning of it.
As we've seen here today, the April Fool's Day Parade can only happen in New York City because of the unique people that live here. And who knows, I might be there too. Reporting from New York, I'm Christy Clemens.
What a parade!
Yes, definitely something worth checking out in New York City.
You know what I want to check out?
Our next city census?
Why would I want to do that?
Because it's our job to.
Hey, I'm leaving, so that stuff doesn't really matter to me anymore.
Well, it matters to everyone else here.
Hey, didn't you hear me? I said I was leaving.
Yeah, I heard you. And it's April Fool's Day, so let's go check out this week's LA City Search.
Are you sure you heard me?
Yeah, I'm not falling for it.
On April Fool's Day, many practical jokes are played, making the whole day a lot of fun. Today we're gonna talk to a comedian and see what has ever happened to her.
I refilled my dad's coffee sugar with salt. And he definitely put it in his coffee. And he put it in his travel jar, so he didn't discover until he was in the car on the way to work that I had just totally gotten him.
We're here to liberate you from being an adult. We're here to offer you a chance to be a child again. This isn't our playground, friends. It's our playground.
He gave himself a new forehead, a new hairline. He pulled his hair back. He made himself look convincingly like another person, but like an old man, like a creepy old man. And we were inside the house, and all of a sudden, we started noticing this shadow at the windows, and it was this creepy old man, and we'd be like, who is out there? And every time we would go out, he would be gone. So his mom called the cops, and when they came, they arrested him, and he was like, no, I'm not an old man. Look, it's me. It's whatever. It was turned into something I think that was bigger than he anticipated, but it was beautiful. It was brilliant. Comedy sports is improv comedy, which means everything is improvised, made up on the spot. Our format is called short form. That means we're not telling one whole long story for the whole show. We're not doing long extended scenes. We're doing games that are really fun and quick, and a lot of times loud and big characters and lots of silliness happening. Here's one of our dressing rooms where we have some of our jerseys. Some of these aren't even used anymore. They were from years past, but we keep them because, it's history. And here's the ref jersey. This is what the person in charge of the whole show wears. Before a show, these are a list of tons of our different games. It's kind of where we come and we look and pick and choose what games we want to play for the night.
Let's get moments from those movies that you would love to see. Yes, yell them out.
A motorcycle chase.
Ooh.
The first play I ever did, I was 6 years old. And I played a mouse. I played Little Miss Mouse. And I had to hide under a mushroom when it rained. It was like a kindergarten play. But then I studied Shakespeare, and I worked in Florida for a while doing Shakespeare, and helped to run a teen improv tournament up in Toronto, Canada. Out here is where we do our outside patio shows. So this is where improvised Shakespeare takes place. This is where we're doing My Cousin's Wedding, the show where it's the whole thing takes place at a wedding. These are the comedy sports players you can see. These aren't even all of them. We have about 45 players in the company, and you can see them perform most nights of the week.
How do you feel like being here?
Like family. Yeah, because you have to really trust each other. If you and I know every week we're gonna make something out of nothing, you have to go, oh, I trust what Kelly's gonna do. And I say to you, don't worry, I'm not gonna do anything that's gonna make you uncomfortable or scare you, You really have to trust each other like you trust your family. Vocation, which is more than just career, it's what you're called to do, is where your greatest talents meet the world's greatest needs. And that's what comedy is for me. It's people need to laugh, and people need, no matter where you are in life, a good laugh, even if everything is going well for you. A good laugh is a way of celebrating that.
For anybody who plays a joke on you, don't take it too seriously. Trust me, they just love you. Good luck. I'm Charlie, reporting from Los Angeles.
Time to take that break again.
But when we come back, we will talk to stand-up comedian who is French and can speak Mandarin.
Right here in our Shanghai City Search.
Cosmo time.
Awesome time. Welcome back. So, what do you think?
Oh, funny. I think I'll definitely go check it out next time I'm in LA.
No, I mean me, leaving. Forever.
Forever seems a little dramatic, don't you think?
Hey, the truth is dramatic. I'm leaving forever.
Did you just do an imitation of an echo?
Yeah, I call it personalized sound effect.
Okay, so when are you leaving?
Soon.
Good. How soon?
Very soon.
All right, so let's go check out this week's Shanghai City Search set.
Good. Hey, hold on. What do you mean, good?
Stand-up comedy is taking off in China, and with tons of expats already doing it here in Shanghai, it'd be pretty cool if we could hear a few jokes in Chinese. Well, we're almost there, and for one foreign comedian, he's giving it his best with a Chinese comedy routine.
法國雖然也有很多乒乓電腦，但是你用方便，有家伙可以辦嘅。
It's just too bad he doesn't understand Chinese at all. Sounds crazy, right? But that's what's up with French comedian Patrick Vaisselier, or as he's better known by his Chinese stage name, Bai Ma Ge.
你好，上海，我是白马哥，白马哥法国人。好，那我现在要变成中国人。
Bai Ma Ge is fully immersed in comedy, with his own company and stand-up comedy program. But his Chinese friends in France used to complain they were having trouble finding authentic Chinese shows. It was that gave him the push he needed to begin forming his Mandarin routine. Bai Ma Ge spent just 2 months memorizing his Chinese scripts. After his Chinese stand-up show in Paris, I Wanna Be a Chinese, his talent for language and gift for humor has been turning a lot of heads.
I know my accent it's not good, but all the Chinese people in France and USA are really friendly, and they don't say to me it's bad. They say to me, "Oh, we are love a lot." And the first minister, he sends me a message, congratulations. It's the first time you married Chinese and France only by love.
But learning Chinese is no easy task. And for his show, not only did he have to memorize a full 30 minutes of Mandarin, but also present it with subtlety and nuance. Certainly a challenge for anyone.
It's strange, but the first things we learn, it's not ni hao, it's not xie xie, it's it's the first. So I say, wow, what a strange language. First, I write my show in France, only joke for Chinese people. And after I make a traduction with Chinese guy, a Chinese comedian record my show, and I listen, and I do a lot of repetition. When the driver listens to me, he starts to speak with me in Chinese, but I don't speak Chinese. So I say to him, he smiles a lot, and after he starts a conversation, I say, I'm so sorry, but you have to stop. The people who are working in the bar try to help me and say, you have to say, 2 times. You have Chinese, but Chinese is not, it's not good for me. So you have French pronunciation. 我在说中文，我住在巴黎。Hello, nice to meet you. 我是法国人。Chinese name is this one. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Bai Ma Ge has now brought his production to Shanghai. Despite gaining widespread success with his Mandarin comedy routine, Bai Ma Ge can't actually speak or even understand Chinese. Even now, he still gets nervous preparing for his shows.
其实变成中国人应该说是件好事，当中国人还是很不错的。这东西有摆中国美女， 有太多的双子。好，那我现在有变成中国人。
Before his show took off, he began by making short videos based on his new Chinese persona. While in Shanghai, Bai Ma-ge went to the Bund for a photo op, taking over 3,000 pictures with passerbys. It was his way to show love for Shanghai, and it wasn't too bad for his Weibo either, with over 160,000 followers showing support for the show.
There's a lot of buildings. It's really exciting. People are really friendly. They laugh about me when I try to speak Chinese. They try to speak because I'm a stranger, so they try to speak with me. Where are you from? So it's good.
Bai Ma-ge's new Chinese persona will continue to develop into the foreseeable future with more shows. We're looking forward to seeing some very funny new material coming soon.
Well, looks like it's about that time again.
So don't you worry,
Because when we come back, it's time for some creative source.
bringing you the latest in entertainment news.
Cosmo time. Cosmo time.
Welcome back. You know, they do say you really learn a language once you can tell a joke in it.
Ah, big deal. I know tons of jokes in English, and I am Chinese.
Sorry, Dash, but I don't think you will cut it.
What do you mean? I am flipping hilarious. Look at me laugh.
Okay, so when did you say you're leaving again?
Oh, it was like that, huh? Now you want to know whether I'm leaving or not.
Yes, so are you leaving or are you not?
Wouldn't you want to know? Anyway, let's check out this week's creative source.
Moviegoers are in for a treat with a lot of big movies coming our way in 2015. From fan favorite sequels, comic book superheroes, secret agents, and a few fun classic hits, we put together a list of must-watch films for 2015. Avengers 2: Age of Ultron is the 11th Marvel film. The movie already has a huge fan base from the comic book and new fans from the previous movies.
With nothing but our wit and our will to save the world. So stand and fight.
But the real question fans are asking is how will the movie satisfy the appetite for massive explosions and mind-blowing action sequences? A big series since its first release, the high-speed, action-packed film Fast and the Furious gears up for its 7th and potentially final installment. Last year, fans were saddened by the death of lead actor Paul Walker.
There's no one like Paul Walker.
How the character's gonna fade into disappearance, what drastic turn the story will be taking, and growing doubt about an 8th or 9th movie.
There's gonna be an 8. It's like, who's going to be in the 8, I think is the question.
With Paul Walker out of the picture are all questions Fast 7 will be answering.
My name is Max. My world is fire and blood.
A reprise of Mad Max 1979, the alleged sequel gives a gritty new look to the post-apocalyptic world created by George Miller. The movie is a fascinating mashup of opposites, where beautiful actors and actresses play the lowest social denominators, adding to the incredibly sophisticated high-tech approach to filmmaking. Set to release merely 2 weeks before The Age of Ultron, it's going to be smashing the box office this summer. The highly anticipated first entry of a new trilogy, fans have been both eagerly waiting and fearing the latest Star Wars film.
Oh my!
The original trilogies used practical effects instead of relying heavily on CG. It goes without saying that fans will love to see the backdrop settings, classic costumes, alien makeup, and transition wife still recapped in the return of the Oscar-winning classic.
Just went and made a new dinosaur?
Probably not a good idea. Almost 40 feet high. Really think she climbed out?
Depends.
On what?
What kind of dinosaur they cooked up in that lab?
Chris Pratt gained international fame last summer in Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's a fake laugh.
He's famous for starring in a movie with a talking raccoon, so fans will definitely be interested to see him running with a team of raging velociraptors in Jurassic World.
It's killing for sport.
Set to be released in June 2015, while people are certainly curious about what the creatures will look and sound like, there are still fears it could just be another rehashed Hollywood attempt.
Everything we got.
I now pronounce
Comedy
you Teddy
sequels
Bear
are
and
never
wife.
an easy task.
Let me kiss the bear.
But checking out the trailer,
Proving
it seems
that
like
Americans
Ted 2
don't give a
might just
crap
be
about
more
anything.
interesting than the first, where the bear is dealing with more practical issues.
You're gonna have to prove you're a person in a court of law.
This is a nightmare.
America might be one of the few places on Earth where a bear can sue, hence procreate and raise a family.
What did you think I would do at this moment?
Objection.
Overruled.
It also puts Mark Wahlberg back
Alright,
in
I'm
a
gonna ask
comedy,
you a few test
which
questions.
always
Are you
brings
ready?
in the
Yep, bring it
audience.
Do you consider yourself to be human?
Objection.
Sustained. No, the witness can object.
Overruled. Sidebar.
Guilty.
Speculation.
Hearsay.
Bailiff.
Briefcase.
Disregard.
In my chamber.
Stop beaver on the witness.
Arrest.
We could totally be lawyers.
Bang.
Although the Minions movie is scheduled to be released after Magic Mike XXL and Terminator Genesis, the spin-off prequel is going to dominate the box office in July. The movie takes place in the groovy late 60s, where the yellow pill-shaped minions seek to serve the baddest of bad.
Scarlet overkill. Doesn't it feel so good to be bad?
Rue, the previously beloved supervillain in Despicable Me, is replaced by Scarlet Overkill, voiced by Sandra Bullock. It seems that the lovable creatures had a knack for hurting their beloved evil masters all throughout history. Summer always marks a huge season for film, with some of the year's biggest movies set to drop. But this year we'll be seeing enormous movies hitting cinemas, hands down the most anticipated installments in series like Star Wars, Jurassic Park, The Avengers, and Fast and the Furious. Add Ted to the mix, and it's shaping up to be a big summer at the movies.
What?
So long, farewell, with the sun.
Yes, it is time to say goodbye.
Time to say goodbye.
Okay, Dash, are you going to leave us or are you not going to leave us?
What? You're gonna miss me?
Yeah, especially your singing.
Well, I can make you a personal recording if you want.
You're not leaving us, are you, Dash? You were trying to pull an April Fool's Day joke on me the whole entire episode. Don't you think I don't know that?
Well, if you really want to know whether I'm leaving or not, you just have to tune in next week. Happy April Fool's Day, everybody.
Yeah, it ain't over till the fat lady sings.
You calling me fat?
No, just a figure of speech.
Oh, I knew that. So it looks like TV series. No, not TV series. Oh, that was too much. Welcome back, everybody. Forever. So long, farewell, after the sun. What? You gonna miss me?
No, I'm not gonna miss you.
Oh, come on. Not a little bit?
No, not a bit.
Maybe just a little bit?
No.
Not even a little bit? Teeny weeny bit?
No, not at all. Can't remember what's my line. Oh, yes. You're especially.
Oh, say goodbye.
Okay, so are you leaving us or not leaving us?
What? Okay.